I'm Coach Brooke Le Mar, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the wins go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Shoot.
Yeah, let's go. Turn up the volume. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. It is season 4, the year of the Mamba, and KT and I, we are still 10 toes down. We are going all across this country and we're finding rising superstars, amazing human beings, people that we consider to be superheroes in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, don't let the look fool you, ladies and gentlemen. We got an official bucket. I love it when we get the former pro athletes on the show, but right now she is one of the fastest rising names in the coaching game. She is the assistant coach over there in South Alabama, so we need all my Riverside, California folks to make some noise for one of your very own, the talented, the beautiful, the commanding Brooke Le Mar. Coach Brooke, how you doing today?
I'm good. I appreciate that introduction.
I don't feel like I did enough, Kevin. I'm super hyped about this one. I'm super geeked up. Kevin is he ain't gonna challenge you to a horse. He ain't gonna challenge you to nothing, Coach, because we're going to call you Brooke Buckets before we get off of this thing.
That's the same thing I was thinking, B. Buckets, because when you do research on this, all you see is buckets. That's it.
Hey, if you got some time after the show, definitely Google that name and go check out, because she was a problem. I'm talking about she was a certified problem back in North Dakota. But if this is your first time watching the show, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. All facts, no cap. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, homeboy?
I'm feeling good, B. Jones. I'm sick and tired of you acting like I'm scared of coaches that could ball. I can get down a little bit too, B. Jones, so I'm kind of tired of it.
Well, you're going to be tired of it because this ain't the one you want to take a stand on.
Not at all, B. Jones. I'm stunning y'all. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm playing. No.
I mean, we can.
No, we can't. No, we can't. No, we cannot.
See how he talked himself up on that one? This wasn't the one to take a stand, KT. But
normally, B. Jones, normally be like, man, you know, I got some bad knees. And something like that.
Nope. But we're gonna talk about Coach Le Mar and her playing days and what she's got cracking. But y'all know how we got to kick every show off. It is time for the moment of truth. That's right. This is our official icebreaker in which we play our version of 2 truths and a lie. So the rules, y'all already know what this is. Before the show, Coach has picked out 3 crazy facts about herself, something that we couldn't probably Google. And she's going to give us these 3 facts, but here's the kicker. One of these facts is an untruth. All right. So KT and I will work together. We'll have exactly 60 seconds to deliberate, work as a team. And through the process of elimination, try to figure out which one of these facts is a lie. Now, Coach, we struggling, but KT and I, we heated up. We 3-1 in the last 4 games. We 3-1 in the last 4 games, but overall we like 24 and we like 20 and like 35. So
no, I'm not gonna let you cheat us. We like 23 and 36.
Okay, 23 and 30. Kevin is keeping the official tally.
Yeah, check the receipts.
So, Coach, we still 13 below 500. So all the basketball coaches out there like 13 below 500. That ain't good, B. Jones. Here we go, Coach. Give us your 3 facts.
All right. First one, I'm fluent in Spanish. I have a twin brother, and I've scored over 40 in a game.
Kevin, they kill me with the twin, bro.
Twin. Everybody got the twin.
We got a twin. Okay. So I'm gonna say this, KT. She put up 40. She put up 40.
She dropped 40. That's a given.
That's light work for her. So the other one is, can she speak Spanish? Now, does she look like a Spanish speaker?
I mean, I can speak a little Spanish, B. Jones. I think you're stereotyping. Well, I mean, I don't like the way you just said it. All right, B, this is what I'm gonna go with. I remember being on her page. I don't remember seeing like a.
I don't either. I don't remember seeing a twin. She kicks it hard though. She hangs out with a lot of people, but most of the pictures were of herself. So
that's what I'm saying. If you got a twin, normally you let everybody know, hey, I got a twin.
Sure do. So what are you?
Yeah, I think Spanish. I don't think she can speak Spanish. I'll let you pick it. All
right, well, that's what we're going to go with, Coach. We're going to say you got a twin, but you cannot speak Spanish fluently. We're going to say number one was the lie. Coach, which one is the lie?
You guys are right.
Oh! Yes! Oh, my goodness.
You guys didn't want to guess that, like the last one.
The highlights speak for themselves.
I know for a fact you hit 27 one game, so I know you hit more than that. So yeah.
Well, Kevin, she was like the guard of the year overseas. So I mean, like, it don't get much better than that. I know you can draw 40. All right, Coach. Well, we got this thing kicked off. Everybody's lathered up, and we are ready for the journey of our lifetime. So here we go. Everybody underneath the sound of my voice, I need you to take your right hand, lift it up high as you can, loud and proud. Come on, Coach, get that right hand up. All right, now you got to take that hand. You got to reach over your left shoulder, Coach. Grab that seatbelt and pull that strap down and buckle up. Click, clack. It is time to go to work. All right, here we go. The first motion of business is to pay the bills. And that's right, by paying the bills, I mean, we got to do our call to action. So what we need is everybody out there who's rocking with us. South Alabama, even though you don't know this, we visited South Alabama in our first year on the show. Y'all had an All-American linebacker that came out of that school. We had him on the show before he went into the NFL draft. So we need y'all to definitely cook up something nice for us and do the SLT Trinity. That's right. On the count of 3, I'm going to do a lot of hooting and hollering. I need you to 1, smash that subscribe button and become a part of our family. Number 2, hit that like button as many times as you possibly can, because Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg said that's how you know if this show is going to blow up. We need this show to just bubble all the way up to the top. And last but not least, sharing is caring. We need you to send this show to as many of your people as humanly possible. Now, Coach Le Mar, you've been to North Dakota. You've been to St. Mary's. You've been all across the globe with this basketball thing. But is your folks gonna hold us down? Is South Alabama, Jaguar Nation, gonna hold us down?
Yes, absolutely. You guys would love it here. I know you said you already been here before, but Jag Nation, they are huge supporters. It's a college campus. It's a great school.
Well, we gonna count on their love and support right now. Here we go, Jaguar Nation, on the count of 3. Let's do it like you're true to it. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yeah, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right, KT and I, we don't do fans, we don't do followers, we only do family around Sports Life Talk. So if you smash that subscribe button, or if you did any of those 3 things, we want to show you our love and appreciation. Coach, what is your favorite emoji right now that you're using more frequently, or one that you find a connection with? That emoji that just represents Coach Brooke Le Mar.
It's gonna be the slant eyes and the slant mouth. That's just kind of my resting face anyway.
Okay.
That is my most used emoji. Is the
all right, so y'all know what that means. That's the straight face, the slant eyes with the muted mouth. Y'all know what y'all got to do. Throw that in the chat if you did any of those 3 things. And KT, what we gonna tell them, man?
We're gonna tell them thank you.
Thank you. That's right. In 2 small words that mean a lot to us. Now, Coach Le Mar, we've been waiting for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. We've been cooking up on this show, and we are super excited. And it is time to get this party started. Let's go. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk Initiation.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
All right, that's easy. Lauryn Hill. It's a group now, Jagged Edge. J. Cole, Usher, Chris Brown.
KT, that was some heat. That was some heat. But what about that shit?
You had me doing the Usher thing, man. You know, the Usher dance over here, man.
I'm over here on this jagged edge, KT.
Man, jagged edge.
I just want to be married. Yeah, I'm on that jagged edge right now.
Yep.
B. Jones, I know I always do a little spiel, but this is an easy one for me. She said it was easy for her.
Okay.
It's the year of the Mamba. So you know what that means.
Yeah, sure, we got a Mamba.
Production, we got extra money for sound effects. That is awesome. So who was your favorite superhero and why?
Oh God, probably like I love Marvel movies, but I'm gonna have to say Batman. Like I watch The Dark Knight all the time. I could watch that every day. I love that movie. But no, I just love him just cause.
I'm sorry to interrupt, KT.
Give it two more. Give it two more. Give it two more.
But Kevin, how much are you paying to guess the new
Batman is just the dopest superhero, B. Jones. That's not my fault.
Batman, the movie ain't even selling this much. Every single person come on here and say Batman or Spider-Man. And 6 people be in Batman movies when it come out, man. Come on.
You just sound like disgruntled and just angry, B. Jones. Batman is great. Stop. Goodness. All right, so since, Coach, we asked the superhero question because we see coaches as superheroes. And you know a superhero has to have their own theme music, so what would your theme song be?
It's gonna have to be a J. Cole song, one of his older ones, called "Get Up."
Oh, I don't know that one.
Don't know that? Oh my gosh!
Well, you know, I probably know it if I heard it, but I don't. I just for some odd reason that track don't come to my head off the name alone. Coach, you got a few bars in?
Love it.
You ain't gonna spit it for us right now? Just a few bars.
Oh no.
But you know what a good one would have been with J. Cole, him and Drake, that first person shooter. Oh. She's a scorer, B. Jones.
Yes.
Have you heard that song, Coach?
Yes, but y'all listen to Get Up and then y'all will understand too why I picked that song.
Oh, we got you, Coach. We definitely gonna check that out. All right, so what is something that I'm gonna gloss over something. We have a running debate on this show where I want to be a singer and B. Jones wants to be the dancer. So we need for you to break the tie. Would you rather be a singer or would you rather be a dancer? Sorry,
B. Jones. I'm going to say singer. I love watching The Voice. I love all those type of shows. So I'm going to say I'd rather be a singer.
Now, Coach, I can't beat you in a game of one-on-one, but I got some dogs. We got some dogs. I'm going to go get some of these young high school players, these All-Americans that rock with us, and they gonna beat you, Coach. I'm getting sick of this.
You don't have to come to South Alabama.
There you go. See, that's a good one, B. Jones. All right, so what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Yeah, there's not one answer for that. It's literally taught me everything. But really probably the biggest thing is leadership. But I mean, it's really basketball taught me just to grow up in general, like being on my own, even after high school, like you leave home. You guys saw my resume. I've been everywhere. But I kind of just let basketball take me everywhere. But you just learn so much by being by yourself, especially being overseas, you really alone overseas. But no, it's just really taught me to grow up. But again, there's so much stuff basketball has taught me. My work ethic is another one. Just teaching me how to work hard and discipline. So there's really not one answer for that.
All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
See, that's a tough one. I'm not good with actress names anyway. So y'all gonna have to help me out with that one.
Well, Kevin, it just so happened I pulled that rabbit out of the hat, and I can't say her name, but if you remember that movie with Usher, it's called In the Mix. And
Emmanuel something,
Sharike or something like that.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, her name is Emmanuel, but I can't think of her last name. It's like Sharike or something like that.
I think her last name is Emmanuel. That's what I'm saying. I think that is her last name. I know you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I had I don't know if I didn't watch this show, everybody, so please don't put me on blast. on Vampire Diaries. I didn't watch that series. Nina Doe something. Her name is like Nina. Last name is something with a D.
We destroyed this segment.
We'll never get them on the show.
I mean, I would say like everyone knows Jennifer Lopez. I like love her old movies with like The Wedding Planner. What's the maid one? She was a maid.
Maid in Manhattan.
Maid in Manhattan. Yeah, like I love those movies.
And we love Jennifer Lopez. So yes, if we can get Jennifer Lopez to play you, I'm gonna in Money Train. We're gonna do a Money Train scene, B. Jones. That way I can be Wesley Snipes, and me and Jennifer Lopez can click. Yeah, that's great. All right, Coach. So when we come out there to check you out, because B. Jones and I, we love to travel, but we have to eat. So what's that one food spot you're gonna recommend, and what's your go-to meal there? Okay,
so there's two spots I have to give you that I think they're only in Mobile. It's Foosackly's. It's kind of like a Cane's, but there's a bunch of them in Mobile. So you got to get it's called the big box. So you just it's chicken tenders, fries, and you got to get their sauce. It's really good. It's only in Mobile. And then Taco Mama. It's more of like a sit down spot. They got like the best margaritas. It's Taco Mama. And then what I get at Taco Mama is their sangria, so good, and their chicken quesadilla. Highly recommend.
So B. Jones, we gotta get lunch and dinner when we go.
There you go.
Can't wait.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, basketball enthusiasts of all ages, it's time to elevate your podcast experience to new heights. Today, we're bringing you the playbook of a true basketball maestro, the assistant head coach who's been orchestrating the symphony of South Alabama victories. From behind-the-scenes strategy sessions to on-court magic, our guest is the wizard who's turned the game into an art form. So grab your headbands and tune in as we chat with the brilliant assistant head coach, Miss Brooke Le Mar, for an episode that's sure to be a slam dunk of insights and inspiration. With that said, B. Jones, please reintroduce our family to our newest play cousin, Miss Brooke Le Mar.
Brooke, how are you doing today? Welcome to the show. You know what, Kevin, I can't even reintroduce her. We already having a good time, and I don't know why, I just feel that family connection. Can't wait to get out there to South Alabama and get the opportunity to sit down, chop it up with you, break some bread. But Coach, we got to tell them your story today. We here for a specific purpose, and that's to put the nation on notice. For those who don't know, Brooke is right now currently the assistant coach at South Alabama, but let's take it back to the beginning. Let's go all the way back to when you was a wee baby. You were playing Pop Warner basketball down there at the rec. When did you start playing basketball, Coach? When did you fall in love with this game?
I started playing when I was in 4th grade. So I was like 10 years old. Really just because one of my neighbors, like same age, she was like, you should play. And I did. And I stuck with it, never did anything else, no other sport. Family don't play no sports. And I just kept playing it, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of good at it. So I loved it from the very beginning.
Now, it's kind of crazy because, Kevin, we've been gushing the whole show already about how dope you are on the basketball court. But, I can't just scathe over that. We got to talk a little bit about your playing days here, Coach. When did you realize you were different at basketball? Like, because everybody can't just put up 40 in the game as you so vividly painted that picture for us earlier today in the moment of truth. When did you get really good at this game, Coach?
Probably in high school when I realized like, oh, I could get a scholarship for this. So I really dedicated myself to training in high school. But as time got closer, I wasn't getting recruited as I thought I would. I'm 5'4", not the strongest, fastest, whatever. And then in California, there's a lot of talent in California. So it was really hard to get any offers. So I really only ended up with one Division I offer outside of high school. So I started at Southern Illinois, played there for 2 years. And it wasn't the best experience. So I ended up transferring. But then there was no transfer portal.
Yeah, so it wasn't no transfer portal back in
2013. And I had to sit out a year. So ended up transferring. That was a whole thing where I had to make my own highlights, email every school. Funny story, my dad was helping me out a lot with this process, and I was like, because I wasn't getting any looks. I mean, I averaged like 3 points a game. Like my stats were not very good at Southern Illinois, so it was really hard for even people to read my emails, I'm sure. I mean, now I know we get flooded with emails all the time. But talking on the phone on my dad, I'm like, yeah, just send it to schools in North Dakota. Do they have D1 schools? Like, send it there, like as a joke. Because I'm from California, like we don't really venture out a lot. So that happened, and I've actually got 2 Division I offers to University of North Dakota and North Dakota State. Isn't that crazy? It took my business back to back and everything.
So you go to North Dakota. That's like a different world. I was watching the North Dakota because your school got an amazing football program. But I just so happened I was watching a playoff game, and in Division II football or whatever that the FCS football.
Yes.
They actually have the teams go to away, right? So you actually go to people. I mean, y'all had a dome, but outside it was like freezing cold.
Oh yeah,
it was ice everywhere. I mean, Coach,
it's different.
Do you go from Southern California to the frostbitten community of where's that at? What community?
Fargo, North Dakota.
I was about to say Fargo. Yep. And so what was that like? I mean, was it a culture shock?
Oh yeah. Like I've never even really been in snow for real. Like Southern Illinois had a little bit of snow, but that's like what you see in movies, that's
Alaska. Yeah, that's like
yeah. No, but it was like I go where basketball takes me. I don't care. Like I'm gonna be inside anyway. It's an indoor sport. Like I'm cool. Like I had a great time, made great friends, like great college campus. So I mean, the weather was cold, but I was fine.
Yeah, you was okay. You were heating it up in that gym. So let's move it past college basketball because you wouldn't play pro. We're not going to talk about the pro, even though you found a lot of success in pro basketball as far as playing overseas in Germany, Australia. I mean, it sounded like from your background that you went all around the world and got your opportunities and found some success. But I'm always curious, especially when we fresh off of what you were guard of the year in 2019 in the German league, and now we almost 5 years away from this, and you still got some good buckets in you. Well, how hard was it to transition from being an amazing hooper to now you playing in the whistle and you got to sit on the sideline the whole game and watch the kids and try to give them the experiences and information that you have so that they can make the most out of their situation?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough transition, but I knew that I was ready to make that move. I actually knew a year before 2019. I actually got hurt overseas, and that kind of really made me ask a lot of questions about my purpose and what am I really doing. And I was able to build my relationship with God and try to figure out I think I have more to give. So I think that's kind of really what turned that switch for me. And so I remember going home that summer. I'm like, I'm going to apply for jobs. I don't know anybody. So I'm applying for jobs thinking I'm going to get something. Didn't get anything. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just go overseas again, play another year. Still in the back of my mind, I'm like that kind of solidified. Yeah, I want to coach, even though I'm probably the best I've ever played. I still went back home the next summer, applying for jobs. And then I always had a backup plan where I could go overseas. Got an opportunity to play in Greece or coach at Cal Baptist. And I turned down Greece and I took my opportunity to go to Cal Baptist and start my coaching career there.
Dang, now, Coach, you coaches kind of trip me out because y'all come on this show and they be on Sports Life Talk and they be smiling and from ear to ear. Y'all would make me think that you are just the nicest coach in the world, but a former athlete who found success and now you coaching. Tell the truth. What type of coach are you on that sideline? Are you a fire and brimstone? Or you just come give me a hug and pat him on the back type coach? Good.
I feel like I have a good balance. I don't know what my kids would say, but I feel like I have a good balance. But I feel like I'm a very much of a player's coach. I feel like just because of my experience. Like I can relate to them. Now I'm going to be demanding and require you to work hard, and hopefully I have high expectations for them and they'll have high expectations for themselves, so I can hold them to that standard. But I think like I'm able to be hard on them because of my relationship that I have with them. So I think I have a good balance. I know when to put my arm around you, and I know when I can yell at you.
So me and Kevin, we have a lot of debates. As you can tell, we the odd couple, because just about every topic we debate on. Another debate that we've always had is the Jimmys and Joes versus X's and O's. I'm not going to make you put your foot in that water, but I am going to ask you from an X's and O's perspective. I'm learning more and more that these assistant coaches have specializations. Are you a specialized coach? Or are you trying to pick up all the tools of the trade and just kind of learn defense, offense, scouting, recruiting? Or what would you say your specialization is as an assistant coach?
I think now that I'm here at South Alabama under my head coach now, she does like a great job of spreading out duties and giving each person a duty. So this year, we all have to do scouts, and we all have position coaches or positions that we coach. I coach the point guards. But one duty that she did give me was special situations. And let me like that. I grew so much from her giving me that, because there was a lot of times we were in tight situations and I needed to have a play ready to go. So that's kind of what my job was to have special situations, whether that was like a baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds, a free throw situation, kind of things like that.
So we get the opportunity to sit down with a lot of assistant coaches. I can't wait for the summertime, because this is me and Kevin. We get on the road. We get to sit down with all the D1, D2, D3. Coaches from all over the place. And as we sit there, we watching them watch kids in their own natural element. They're doing their job, but they show us love anyway. That we talk about like player evaluations. And one of the things that we heard as a common note is that if you're going to be short, if you're going to be 5'4", you got to be special. You got to be different. And when I tell you, I've heard at least 20 coaches say, because I'd be like, Coach, what do you think about that player? They're like, listen, if you're going to be short, you got to be different. You were short. So how do you coach that up in your players? Like, hey, you're going to have to play some defense. You're going to have to do some other stuff other than just getting buckets, because 5'4" ain't going to get you where you need to go off of. You already been handed a disadvantage. How do you coach your players up on that disadvantage?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of 5'4" players on our team, but we do. Like, we will recruit five players my height. Like, height does not matter, but you got to be a dog. Like, on both ends of the floor, like you just got to have that dog mentality. And then I feel like the kids that we're recruiting that are short, like they have a chip on their shoulder. Like a lot of these JUCO kids and a lot of these kids that get in the portal, like they're trying to prove something. So I think they're doubted a lot. I know I was doubted a lot, and I think they really just try to prove themselves and prove people wrong, and just prove to themselves that they could do it. So I think they put the work in. I hope they put the work in, even though despite like their height. But you just got to be a dog, and that means like talking, getting down on defense, being a leader. Like, but I really don't. Honestly, I really don't think it's that much of a disadvantage. I could be biased.
Now, so we talk about the Mamba moments on this show. Of course, this is the year of the Mamba. KT and I, we want to make sure we highlight all these special moments in individuals' careers. You told us about a 40-piece, a 40 nugget that you dropped, but what would you say as your Mamba moment, Coach? It don't have to be as a player. You can talk about that moment when you realized that you was going to be a dang good coach. What is that moment that everything became very clear, very specific, and you realized you gained that confidence and became that Mamba?
I'm going to go back to my senior year of college. Rival game. We're playing in this big hockey arena. Our rival is South Dakota State, and they make it to the NCAA tournament all the time because they win it all every year. And I hope they go far because they put the Summit League on the map. But my senior year, it was probably one of the best games I've had. I had 23 points at the half, and we were blowing them out, which was not expected. They came back in the second half. They started trapping me and double teaming it, and they held me to 30 points to finish the game. But we won that game, and we started the conference 3-0. And unfortunately, they haven't beat South Dakota State since that game. So
what?
Yeah, since 2015. Yep. So I hope they get them soon. But that was probably one of my Mamba moments playing basketball.
So you ain't think I was gonna let you ride with the twin thing, huh? Because as I look at the screen, like Kevin, and this is the first time like the picture that we put up on the screen looks identical to the guest. I mean, it looks like you got a twin right now on the screen. But Coach, you got a twin brother, twin sister? Tell us about that.
I have a twin brother. Yep, I have a twin brother. He's in California. He's doing his own thing. I don't think we look alike though at all.
Is he short? Is he 5'4" like yourself? I better be careful because he's gonna send a nasty letter to the producer. I ain't short.
No. He's 5'10".
Okay, that's my height. We the same height, bro. I ain't calling you short. Now, Coach, we got to talk a little South Alabama here because it's a lot of players watching this show, and as much as they love your personality, we get great personalities all the time. Coach, tell us. Why South Alabama? Give us that rundown. Why a kid need to come check y'all out and be a part of Jaguar Nation?
I think just kind of the culture that we're trying to build now with this. We got a whole new staff, right? Our head coach, this was her first year as a staff. This was our first year together. And I think we're really trying to build like that family culture environment. And I think just if you guys saw us interact as a staff, like you guys would know, like, we look like we've been together forever. Like we joke, like we make fun of each other, like it's all love. And I think our relationships too with the players and that we really do we're trying to build a family environment and trying to build off that. But it's a great school, it's a great campus, it's a great location. But our head coach, I can't speak enough about her. Like she is a fiery, passionate lady. And I love working for her. And I think any players would love to come play for her.
And part of this journey is also helping other individuals to become coaches. You only been in the coaching game for about 5 years on the collegiate level, so your experience, you still got a lot of runway, right? You still learning, you still growing, but we get coaches on the show all the time. They've been coaches for 25, 30 years. I don't ask them like what advice you would have somebody trying to get in the game, because back then, 20 years ago, becoming a coach is totally different than what it is now. Yeah. But what advice do you have somebody who may be a college senior right now, or they making that decision to turn in the sneakers and pick up a clip, but they want to become a coach? How would you give them the advice to get in the game, and what kind of path? How do they get to become a Division I assistant coach in a, I guess you could say a nickel, right? In a 5-year window.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it is you got to build relationships. That's what I've kind of learned in this business is kind of about who you know, but it's got to be genuine relationships, and you kind of meet people naturally on the road and in recruiting, and then that, like, other people opening will come up. And I know one of my former coaches actually helped me get a job. He was at Nebraska for a while. He's done coaching now, but he actually put my name in and I had no idea there was an opening. But just kind of keeping your relationship strong is very important. But I like kind of live by this, is that God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And I just think that, like, that quote is just like, you got to work hard. Like, you got to put the work in. But I also think that sometimes, like, you're going to be where you're supposed to. If you are where your feet are, you don't need to try to move up all the time. It's going to happen. If you're called to do it, it's going to happen. If you work where you're at, it's going to happen for you. So just kind of be where you are in the moment, wherever that is. I was Division II for 2 years. I wasn't out looking, but things will happen for you naturally and organically. But you just got to just be true to yourself. And if it's meant for you, I believe it will happen.
Coach, you said the two buzzwords, the qualified quote. We had Taja Edwards come on here. She was assistant coach at the Phoenix Mercury. And then you said, be where your feet are. So unfortunately, South Alabama, you just gave the sports, like, you go get promoted very, very, very soon. I don't know how we pull it off, but this show has some magical properties that help you guys to take it to that next level. But coach, last question. We love showing love to attention and paying homage to other podcasts that come before us, and podcasts and entertainment. It's a big part of growth, right? Are there any podcasts that you're listening to, any books that you're reading that you would recommend to the people out there that's watching right now?
All right. So honestly, I'm not a big book reader, and I'm not big on podcasts. I go a lot off instinct and experience. But no, a great book would be, it's called Love Does. It's a great book. It kind of just, it talks a little, you don't even need to read it in order. So that's what's great about it. You don't need to like keep reading it and you forget what happened. You read it one later. So great book. But it kind of just, it hints on like what love does. And then like the impacts, like how small, like you could say one little thing to somebody and it could impact somebody for a lifetime. So I definitely recommend Love Does.
Kevin, we got to order that book. All right, coach. Here we go. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We nuck if we buck, and we can turn on each other for a good time. Coach, you are now officially calling all the shots. This is our version of Would You Rather. So the rules are super simple. We go 3 rounds in true championship form. And each round, Kevin and I will both make a pitch to you. We'll give you a dream scenario, okay? These are going to be, it ain't going to be singing and dancing no more. We're going to add on some additional layers to it. But whichever host you select, that host gets a point. The first host to get 2 points, so the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. All right, Coach? You ready for this? Kevin, I think I'm the defending champ. If my memory serves me correct, all right, here we go. Coach, round number 1. I'm going to give you any coaching position you want in America, Coach. You get to name the job, and this is the deal. You're going to go there. You will find success as a head coach, of course. You will have a 25-year run that's full of championships, full of playoffs, full of everything that you want. You're going to get a lot of kids promoted up and help change lives all over the place. But here's the deal. When you retire, you will retire as the winningest coach in that program with your name written on that court. Or
coach a player that no one recruited, and they just needed a chance. They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then their speech tells you they wouldn't have been there without your love and guidance.
Oh, for me, that's easy. Coach a player that wasn't recruited.
Oh, I
love that. That's my story. I love that one.
I know that's your story, but I gave you 25 years of dominance, Coach, as a head coach.
I'm so low. I said this already to y'all. I'm so low key like that. It's great, but it's not what it's all about.
Round 2.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how you do. All right, so would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show on YouTube, and it's going to stream on the South Alabama website, where you get to interview other coaches, professional, from the high school ranks and college, get to know more about them while eating at some of the best places in the world? Or I got a camera crew gonna pull up. We are filming a documentary called Young Guns. It is all about young assistant coaches in America who are rising up, who are former basketball players, who are making that transition into women's basketball, and you will be one of the coaches featured on this. So this is the deal. We got a camera crew that's gonna be following you around everywhere, in the gym, in the locker room, on the bus rides, the plane rides, and we're gonna put it all in a documentary or in almost like a Last Chance You, and show it on Netflix, Coach.
Yeah, fun fact, I'm not that into traveling. So, and I love Last Chance You. I love behind the scenes. I would have to go with that one.
Ooh, see how easy that was?
A ding now. Okay.
See how easy that was? That's what I'm talking about. Kevin, you don't even like traveling. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, here we go, Coach, for the final round. Kevin and I, when we take it to sudden death, we take it to the sneaker game. That's right. We stop all the talking and we let our shoes do the talking for us. As a matter of fact, Kevin and I are super sneakerheads. If you are a sneakerhead yourself, come hang out with us Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a live show with the rest of the Sports Life Talk family, and we just have a lot of fun. I do a segment in that show called The Drop, in which I talk about new sneakers that's coming out, whether you need to cop them or not. But I would love for everybody out there to come hang out with us Wednesday nights. I promise you it'll be the funnest 60 minutes of your week. But Coach, with that being said, before the show, KT and I picked a pair of sneakers out of our collection that we thought would represent you, Coach, that we thought you would like, and that's something that you would be interested in wearing. Okay, so on the count of 3, we're gonna get you to say "hold that sneaker," and we're gonna pull up on the screen what we got. All right, and whichever one you choose, that's a wrap. They win this episode. So think long and hard about this one. Okay.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Well, hold that sneaker. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Kevin.
Oh! I'm sorry, South Alabama. I went with that.
I like him, but I like the white. If they was white.
You don't have to explain anything to him, Coach. And new champion.
Now I'm gonna show y'all. Look, I had the same shoes, but I knew Kevin was gonna pull them up.
Well, we don't need to see those. Then it ain't about you right now. Just you can throw them across the room. I want with them.
I said, you know what? I had to pick a backup pair of shoes because Kevin is going to pick out the cherries. He always does that. It's the only shoe he win with. All right,
that's
y'all.
not true. Now you cap. Stop.
Kevin is cab. All right, here we go.
It's crazy.
We're about to fight, Coach. You ain't have to do all that. Just lose and go.
Oh, man, you cheater. All right, the title of the show is You Got Next. And we talked about the past and how you got to this point, but now everybody's rocking with you. We want to know, what does the future hold for such an amazing, talented individual like yourself? Coach Le Mar, if you had to draw out your own vision board, what are you most excited about in your career, and what are you looking forward to most in your future experiences?
Like I said earlier, be where your feet are. So right now it's looking for we got scholarships to fill. So right now that's the focus, and trying to build a championship level team in the Sun Belt Conference. So that's kind of the goals right now, and eventually want to be a head coach at some point. But right now my focus is the Jaguars and trying to get us to that championship level team.
Hey, real quick, Coach, in 30 seconds, what are we gonna see when them Jaguars hit the court next year? Are y'all running and gun? What type of basketball is South Alabama playing?
That's a great question. We gotta get some players, then we'll figure it out.
That's the first time we got that answer, KT.
All right, Coach, you got any shout outs you want to give?
I do. Just saw my old high school coach at the JUCO championship in California, Stan DeLuce. He's at Etowanda. I'm sure you guys heard his name. He's the top high school coach in the country. So shout out to him. And got to shout out my dad, because he is my rock. He took me to every basketball practice, still supporting me to this day. Tried not to ever miss a game. And shout out to my dad as well.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who you calling out? Who should have next?
I'm going to call out Tiffany Connor. She is the assistant coach at College of Charleston. I coached with her last year at St. Francis University. That's my girl. I love her. She's a great coach.
All right, Coach Tiffany Connor, you are officially on the clock. Let the world know that you are up next. And we going to reach out to you soon. Your ticket just got punched. We got to get you on the show, Coach Tiffany. We super excited about it. But Coach Brooke Le Mar, Brooke Buckets, you got next. You are the truth, Coach. You are a lion. You are a lioness. You are a trailblazer. You are icon. You are a pioneer. You're doing amazing things and accomplishing big dreams. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh my God, back at it again. Oh, yeah, I love this show, KT. We had a lot of fun today. We hope you had as much fun as we did. So please stick around and look forward to the next show. But thank you for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. And we appreciate all you out there. Well, listen, we got to do it one more time. Call to action. That's right. If you did not smash that subscribe button, hit that like button to share this early in the show. You've had 45 minutes to figure it out. So now we begging. We down on bending knees. We begging for your love and your support. So make sure you tap in with us and go hit us up on our social media at Sports Life Talk, all one word. We on every platform. So definitely we dropping content every single day. We the hardest working podcast in the game. So you won't be disappointed by rocking alongside it. And I promise you, the names that's coming up for the rest of this year is absolutely bananas. I'm talking about top athletes, top coaches. Just trust me. Just lock in with us. And if you want to be on the show, Tiffany got an invitation because she's super dope. Shout out to the University of Charleston. But if you got a story and you want to be on the show, go to our website, sltugotnext.com. That's sltugotnext.com. And click on the nominate tab. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you feel like you got next. And KT is going to reach out. We'll schedule an audition for you to be on the show. And last but not least, for all my podcast junkies out there like myself, Kevin and I, we spend a lot of time on the road. And we listening to podcasts, but you can listen to our podcast. That's right. Download the audio form and listen to the show in the car, in the kitchen, in the gym, in the locker room, wherever you do, and download our show wherever you download your podcast, whether that be Spotify or Apple, and keep the party rolling. All right, KT, man, let's get out of here, man.
Speaking of reaching out, B. Jones, you can thank me for having such a dope coach on this episode. So
yes, you've been doing great, man. Thank you so much. We need more. We need more though.
Golly, what else do you want? You want blood? All right, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, Coach. Just in case somebody doubt you, show us that J, Coach. We got to make some believers out of some people. Look, she grabbing this. Don't claim no shoulder injury now.
Just pull up the highlights.
Kevin, we got to get the highlights up there. All right, Coach. Well, we love you. We thank you for so much for coming. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching another fire episode. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.